Yo, what's up guys? I'm Turn Gringo Ham. Welcome back to the Dark Souls 3 100% walkthrough. In the last episode we took down Dark Eater Madeir. You can see we've got 112,000 souls now. Our next level is 82,000. So there's no way that we're, with the souls we have, going to make it to get another level. So we'll just go ahead and grab the one for now.
Welcome home, Ashes.
There's a couple of things I want to talk about at the beginning of this episode. So, this is an omni-caster build. We are, getting high enough on intelligence and faith that we can do really good damage with sorcery. We can do really good damage with dark. We can do really good damage with fire. And we can do really good damage with lightning. Now, that being said, lightning, there's no bosses left that are really weak to lightning. I mean, there are, but they also deal lightning damage, so it's not a good idea to go with lightning because you're going to get more bang for your buck with lightning when you can use a lightning clutch ring. That being said, I want to talk about the catalysts, right? The miracle catalyst. So if we go here to our storage box, we're going to go over to our catalyst. So if you're going to use lightning, which you will in your New Game Plus run, because there are plenty of enemies that are really weak to lightning, I wanted to go over your best bets. So if you're going to use dark, which is Dory's Gnawing, right? Keith's is going to be your best bet for range. That's going to give you the most spell buff at range. There's really no reason other than PvP to use a melee style, so a talisman, right? The chimes have no hyper armor. They have the heal over time. The talismans, though, they have unfaltering prayer, which increases your poise while casting. So that allows you to cast without being interrupted. With dark, seeing as how you're all going to be doing range damage, there's really no reason to go with this. However, if you wanted to have one for PvP, the Sunless Talisman is going to be the best for dark that you can tank through things. So melee dark, Sunless, range dark, Kathis. We also want to talk about light for lightning, right? So let's see, let's find them here. Gonna be over in our we don't have it yet, that's right. So Yorshka's chime. Yorshka's is going to be the best for throwing lightning at a distance. That's going to give you the most bang for your buck with your spell power. However, if you're going to be PvPing or you're going to be doing lightning damage in melee, your best bet is going to be the Sunlight Talisman. Right here. So that has the Unfaltering Prayer. It allows you to poise through enemy attacks. It's also going to have a decent spell buff. It's not going to be as stout as Yorshka's as far as the spell buff, but it's going to allow you to tank through those hits. Another thing we need to go do, we did kill Madeir, and if you remember, we had a quest to do so. So what we're going to do is we're going to travel, and we're going to travel over to, yes, Ring City Streets. Okay, so now that you're over to Ring City Streets, I'm going to show you the easiest path to get to our NPC over here. You could go back through all of the hollow clerics and all of that. That's just a very long trip, a lot of dodging, rolling, jumping, things like that. This direction, we're going to have 2 knights and an adjudicator, and then we may have to mess with a herald, but that's about it. Also, bringing up Yorshka's, we are going to go grab that. Yorshka's is, the only way you get it is by killing Yorshka in the tower, right? So we've already completed the Blades of the Dark Moon Covenant requirements. If you haven't, I recommend not killing her until you complete that. I know it is a very long grind, guys, but wait and get that Yorska's Chime then. Always recommend completing your covenants in new game, the regular new game, because you can farm enemies a lot easier if you're going that route. You know, and doing the PvP and stuff allows you to get some souls and whatnot, and you know, start working towards all the spells that you've got to buy before you move on to New Game Plus and all of that. So anyway, we're going to go through here. These guys are going to, you know, we've got 2 ring knights, we've got the adjudicator, but we're just going to pass them all and go straight for the ladder over here. Our first knight is going to come around to the left, so we're going to go to the right. Head down here. Roll off here. We may have to deal with a couple of these. Yep. Let our heralds get where they want to get and settle down. Want to make sure they're both headed down. And then we're going to skip this other herald completely.
My most humble thanks. 'Tis thanks to thee the dragon erred not from his vows. Please, take...
So we get our Titanite slab.
Hasten on thy journey. But as the fire waneth, does she lie by the dark? All for the sake. My humblest...
Okay, so we're done here. We're going to get out of here before this herald gets back up here. And head back to the shrine. We've got one more thing to do there. Okay, so now that we're back at the shrine, don't forget we have the Soul of Dark Eater Midir. And as we are picking up spells, he does have one for us. So similar to Farron Greatsword and Dark Edge, he's going to give us Old Moonlight. So it's just another, you know, create sword and attack type sorcery. So we're going to go ahead and grab that. He does also offer the Frayed Blade, which does a little dark damage. Very high dexterity weapon. Believe it requires 40 dex to use. So that's his other offering. So from here, we're actually going to go back to our shared grave bonfire. Negative. We're going to go... Ring City Streets. This place is kind of confusing with all the shortcuts and whatnot. And literally after I say it's confusing with all the shortcuts, the second I spawn in, I realize I made an error. We're not going to Ring City Streets. We're going to Ring the Inner Wall. Okay, guys, so the direction we're going to have a... Ring Knight, so of course we're going to want our dark damage, but the boss after, we have weak to fire is the best option, I say, because it's weak to lightning. One of them's weak to lightning, the others have resistance to everything else pretty much that we use, except for fire, and they don't do fire damage, so the fire clutch ring will come in handy. So I'm going to go ahead and set up for pyromancy, that way all we have to do is swap one ring when we get to the boss. We're going to go back to our Grass Crush Shield for the regen. Switch this on over. Yeah, we'll go Onyx Blade up 2. And then switch back over. And then switch this out to the Pyro Glove. Let's go ahead and attune our proper spells here. So we've got a Great Chaos Fire Orb and a Black Fire Orb. I do want to have... not Sacred Flame, where is it? There it is. Power Within in case we want to buff like that. And now we're ready to go. So let's go ahead and head on up, take care of the Ring Knight, and then we'll, you know, swap our setup just a hair when we get to the boss. The boss we're going at is the new Covenant boss for the DLC. And here we go. We've got our Ring Knight up there. This is where you're going to get your Ring Knight paired great swords in this upcoming area, which is what he's using. And if we allowed him to hit us, you would understand just what a devastating weapon it is. So we go. Ring Knight paired great swords. I'm going to go ahead and grab this budding green blossom. And this is actually your altar for the Divine Church of Divine Spears. And then around here, Ritual Spear Fragment. So before we head on to the boss, you can see there's an item over there. We can't get to it from here, so we have to go around. Drop down here. Get our Twinkling Titanite. We can drop back down here and circle back around. So this is the PvP boss of Dark Souls 3. So if you're online, you're going to get a player pulled in here. I'm not going to do that because I want to be able to show you how to, you know, beat the boss. You know, just straight up give you some kind of, you know, guide. You can't really guide anybody against a PvP battle. But you can see, we can see the entire Ring City over there, back there. That right there is actually the Adjudicator was up on that cliff, and then we went down and went in over there to the bonfire. I love the interconnectivity of this game. So as we go in, we're going to get a warning and stuff.
Unknowing visitor, return from whence thou camest. The abyss runneth deep. By the king's decree, none may disturb our mistress's slumber.
Now, if you remember when we were talking to the guy next to the first Judicator, he said something about it's a false vision from the priestess. So he's protecting this false vision. Now, right here, even though he pushed us down, he's back to help us again. So we've got our buddy, you can call him Lap, you can call him Patches, whatever, they both apply. So, as I said, we're summoning all the helpers. He will kind of help out a little bit. He will give the boss more damage, though. This fight, so there's going to be a Guardian, as well as the boss, Halflight. Both are weak to fire, so that's why we're going with Great Chaos Fire Orb. Neither one of them do fire damage, so that's why we're safe with the Fire Clutch Ring. PvP-wise, you would have the Guardian and the PvPer as your boss. But anyway, we're going to bring Patches in. The main objective is right out of the gate, you're going to get a Guardian. You want to take the Guardian down. At 50% health of Halflight, you're going to get another Guardian, and you immediately want to switch to the Guardian and take him down. Now, the majority of the damage you're going to take in here is going to be lightning. So, there's some magic too, but, you know, the big damage dealers are going to be magic, lightning. So we're going to go ahead and top off and get ready to take this guy on. I'm going to go ahead and buff. May have done that a bit early since I don't have Lingering Dragon Crest on.
Spear of the Church, sworn defender of our Princess Filianor. summons thee.
So there's our first guardian. Like I said, you just want to take him down very fast. And here's our actual Halflight. There's that lightning damage I was talking about. Now you can see he's also going to do some magic. Alright, so our Guardian is here. We're going to switch to the Guardian. We're going to take it out as quick as possible because it can heal Halflight. As you can see there. There we go. So now it's just us and Halflight. This is a relatively easy fight. Halflight does roll a lot. So your best option is to catch him on rolls. If you need to fill up on an Estus, grab a pillar. As you can see, Patches is one beefy tank. Yeah, lots of rolls, lots of rolls. There we go. Got the last word in. Halflight Spear of the Church is down. We get the Phillinor's Spear ornament. Now, those ornaments are what you collect for the Covenant. The rewards aren't required for what we're doing as far as 100%ing the game. There's no ring, there's no spell, no nothing like that. But here's your bonfire. Looks like we have enough to level up, so we're going to go ahead and head back to Firelink real quick before we carry on with the final area. So I will see you guys back at Firelink. Okay guys, we're back at Firelink. Our next level, yeah, we've got plenty. So let's go on over here.
Welcome, husband.
Go ahead and grab our next level here. Balance it out with Faith there. We are going to be using Fire for Gale. Though he's not weak to it, it's the best option because he does lightning damage, he does dark damage. I don't know if he does fire or not, but I know he does both dark and lightning. So we're going to go ahead and leave the Fire Clutch ring on. Our normal pyromancy boosters, but what we are going to change here, and actually we'll wait to change that, because we've got a couple of NPCs to take on, but we are going to switch to Chaos Bed Vestiges in lieu of Great Chaos Fire Orb because of how fast he actually moves. So we're going to head back to Church of Phillinor. Okay guys, so we're back at the Church of Phillinor. We're going to head up this elevator here, and we're going to break the illusion, as they said. If you remember the friendly preacher that told us that basically everything was an illusion. You can see right now, we can see Ring City, we can see all the stuff around, but that's drastically about to change. So I'd said that we may get a double boss fight episode. There's a couple of things left to do in this next area. as well as going back and picking up a new armor set. So I think we're going to make Gale a separate episode. And the main reason why is you guys, if you watched my Bloodborne video, you know I'm big into the lore when it really catches me. And though Dark Souls 3 in general doesn't have the lore that really grabs my attention, this DLC definitely does. So we're going to save Gale, probably half because he's going to be a multiple attempt fight, but also because I want to talk about the lore behind him and the painted world and the connectivity between that and this DLC, the Ring City. But if you remember, our friendly preacher boy said that there was a priestess who, you know, hid the truth, and we're about to find the truth here. So we've touched the egg and we have broken the illusion. Now, they call it an illusion, a spell, whatever you want to call it. You know, the trains of thought is either the entire area we were in was an illusion up to this point, or that particular spell with the egg was halting the progression of time. And now time has caught up to itself, so we see the world as it is now in the true time. And as you can see, everything has crumbled. So we'll go ahead and light this bonfire. I'm going to take a look out here where we came from. That's all gone. Just a big desolate wasteland. And though you can see some remnants of cities, it's definitely crumbled and deteriorated, and nowhere left for us to explore here. So anyway, you can see Gale crawling around down there, and that's our boss for this DLC, our main boss. But we've got a couple of things left to do here. So let's head over to the right. Shira was our friend. She has helped us, but as we know in Dark Souls, all good things come to an end, and all friends turn into frenemies. So if we go down here, she will invade us. We're going to go ahead and take her out. Now, she uses lightning arrow, and I told you guys when we picked that up that it's a pretty impressive spell, and you'll see why. The tracking on it's ridiculous. You have to completely be sidestepping or roll to have it miss you. We're going to use Black Fire Orb just because it's faster casting than our Chaos Fire Orb. You have to be at a medium to long range, and you have to completely be exactly sideways on your control stick. It won't work if you're off to the forward or the back, like that. I was backstepping just a hair. And we may actually switch up to a weapon and get in there and melee her a little bit. Yeah. As you can see, the sidestep on that is ridiculous, and that's what makes the spell so good. It's very fast firing. Need to grab a heal. Yep. And her weapon is no joke as well. Mistimed that roll. You can see it didn't register until after she had hit me. I'm about done with you, girl. I'm just gonna get in there and clobber her from here on. I think she has 5 Estus, which is a lot. Yeah. Close range, she fires it much faster than long range. She will catch you drinking. Out of Estus. Great. I love it. There we go. We got her down. Not an easy fight. She's one of the tougher NPCs in the game. We get the Crucifix of the Mad King from her, and we're going to go back and visit her room to grab the armor set of hers. Pretty nice looking armor set, actually. But before we do that, we have one more Ring Knight to go handle. And you know what time it is with a Ring Knight. We're going to Black Fire Orb the snot out of him. See, Gale has crawled all the way up here. We're not interested in you, Gale. Please go away.
Help me, please. The Red Hood is come to eat us.
Then way over here. Got another ringed greatsword, paired greatsword Ring Knight. Very important you don't let these guys up on you. You see I've been really spamming them down when I come across them. Oh, that's for a reason. Keep your distance. We're gonna grab our Titanite slab for killing the last one, our Ring Knight hood, and some Titanite chunks off of them. So we've killed all the Ring Knights, so we got the Titanite slab. Now we're gonna head back and pick up our new armor. So if you remember the quick way we got back to the room where Shira was, we're headed back that direction. And actually I'm going to switch over, because the enemies we're coming across are weak to fire. And yes, Ring City Streets, yes. Okay, so we're back at Ring City Streets. We're gonna make one more trip back to the room. Head on up the ladder. Run past our adjudicator and knights. And this time the door is actually going to be open. There's going to be an open room there. Versus us just talking to her through the door, because obviously we just killed her. Remember again, the knight comes from the left, so we're going to go to the right. Our adjudicator's going to start calling stuff. We're going to come over here, circle around him, go down the pathway, drop off here. Take care of him. Ooh, hey, where'd you come from? Take care of him. Go across the bridge. And just wait for our patrols here. There we go. We've got the other one over there in the corner that we're not going to have to deal with. And as you can see, the door is open. We get Shira's crown, armor, gloves, and trousers. Okay, guys, so that's all we can do here. We're going to head back to Firelink. I will see you there. Okay, guys, so we're back at Firelink real quick, though. I want to show this off. Let's see, where is it? There it is, Shira's crown. Not a bad looking set for a female character, right? It kind of looks like the reminiscent of the priestess that was holding the egg. But I actually do like this set a lot. And if we take a look back here, we're still in happy roll territory. So I may just I may wear this for a while. Of course, we won't have the crown on. We'll have, you know, whatever blindfold or crown of dusk, whichever one we want at the time. But I did want to show it off. I think it's a pretty neat armor set. Well worth doing the quest. Not as cool as the Sunless set from Cirrus, but that's just way too heavy for us to use. Now, in the New Game Plus runs, where I go back and show you guys where to get all of the plus rings and all of that stuff, I am going to outpace meta. There's no reason not to. Get some endurance, and probably each video you'll see me wearing a different armor set or something like that. I say each video, but each segment, because, you know, there's going to be a lot of segments of picking stuff up to show you where everything is. So anyway, guys, that'll bring us to the end of this episode. In the next episode, we're going to take on Gale. He's a booger bear, so no telling how many times we'll have to fight him, but we'll get him down eventually. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, don't forget to subscribe, and hit me up in that comments section down below. Till the next video, guys, thanks for watching.